Hey everybody, welcome to day 2 of Fresh Start Friday. So we are doing a total distraction cleanse, a media cleanse, a people cleanse. We are going to get all those things out of the way that are typically distracting you from what you really need to get done, or maybe it's just not adding value, maybe it's taking away, maybe it's certain people or certain news feeds or different ideas that keep getting in to your headspace that are preventing you from taking it to the next level, preventing you from taking the next step in life that you really want. So it's important to understand that as people, we actually have mirror neurons in our brain that copy what we see in other people. It replicates how we behave. It replicates all kinds of different things, behaviors, attitudes. And that's why we have to be so careful about the people around us. We have to be careful about who we hang out with, who we spend our time with, who we're looking to as somebody that we want to be a role model in our life. And if those people are not your friends, you got to find people who are. And I know that we can't pick our family members. I know that it feels like we can't pick our boss or our coworkers, which is something you very much can help pick by changing careers or finding a company that your values really align with theirs. But you can also do certain things to kind of put up some barriers as to what you are going to allow in. Because the thing is that whatever we are not consciously rejecting, we're subconsciously accepting. So if you think about like a computer, for example, you can put so much information on that computer. You can download tons and tons of information on that computer, and it slows it way down and it makes it way less productive. And in some instances, you can put so much stuff on that computer, it just crashes, or it says no more, there is no more, I'm overloaded. And we can do the same thing with our brains. We consume so much media, we consume so much data throughout a day, even when we're not even consciously thinking of it. It's like we're driving down the street, there's billboards everywhere, advertisements, radio, TV, like everything. Social media in itself is just information. And when we are just incessantly like bathed in all of that information every day, our brains can go on overload. So today we are going to be talking about how to cleanse all of those things out of your life. We're going to start with media, and then we're going to move on to people. Okay, so media itself, I know that there is just like email lists are just the way people sell these days. That's how people sell online. You can get anything, any kind of information for free, mini courses, PDFs, all kinds of things. This thing right now, what I am doing, I'm not saying that I am any different than any of these people, because it works. It's great marketing. And so you do this, you put your email address in, and you keep getting emails from these people over and over and over. And you know what? It was awesome. That free thing that you got was awesome. But I encourage you, even after this is over, with my own thing, once you have that free thing and that person keeps incessantly emailing you, and that email does not have valuable information that you want and that you need for your business or for your personal life, unsubscribe from that email list. Because every time it bogs down, it could be just the difference of, oh, I see I have a new message, and you go into your inbox on your phone, and then you're totally distracted from what you're doing. So what you can do, if you have the extra time right now, start going through your inbox, start going through there, and whoever you get emails from that is not adding specific value to your life, that you are not looking forward to getting that information, and you set aside specific time to read that person's emails because they have so much valuable content, you need to unsubscribe from their list. Because I know something else is true, is that free information that they send to you via email is not going to go away. And I know that you can get back on that person's email list whenever you want. And so I know that we're like, oh, I don't want this to go away. Just in case, oh, just in case I get 10% off, or oh, just in case I get 20% off, or whatever. No, don't do that. It is not worth the distraction that it's taking away from your life. Whatever that 20% off coupon that you're waiting for, that you might happen to use once 6 months from now, the amount of time that you waste on being distracted by that is already spent. Okay, time is money, distractibility is money, because it's not the millisecond that it takes to open your email. It is that now your focus is completely gone from what you're doing, and you might just completely start doing something else and never come back to it. We are so easily distracted, and so this cleanse is about removing all of those distractions. Okay, remove those distractions. Maybe you only have one email address hooked up on your phone, and that's the most important. So the absolutely important emails are that one email that you have on your phone, and you have maybe a different email account that is for all your spam and all your lists. So if you want to get a free program, you type in an email and it goes to a separate box, and you specifically go there to retrieve it at a very specific time. Okay, I cannot stress the importance of how much we get distracted from emails from people who are just trying to sell us their thing. Okay, that's the world we live in right now. So I stress. Have a work email, have a productivity email that people only use when they are communicating things that need to be replied to right away. Have that be the only one on your phone, the only one sending notifications. Everything else you can go and retrieve on your own time. Okay? The next thing we're going to look at is your social media feeds. Who are the people on your social media feeds that are constantly posting things that make you angry, frustrated, ticked off, annoyed, whatever? The things, when someone just consistently posts stuff that is so incredibly annoying, why would you want to be annoyed? I personally, I have removed myself from 17 groups in the last 48 hours, because as people post in these groups, anything that makes me frustrated, anything that I start to feel that anxiety rise up in me, or an annoyance, I just have to leave the group. Okay, I do understand. Sorry, I'm going to turn my heater off because it's noisy and distracting. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that we need to be in control of our emotions, and the things that trigger us into frustration, like being in a group that is constantly negative, or posting things, or posting controversial things. Okay, even if there's good information and not good information, if it's posting controversial things, block it, freeze it, unfollow it. Don't go there. Only go there specifically when you need to get information from it, or try to get the information from somewhere else. Okay, you have got to set boundaries around your social media, and you need to have times where you're going to specifically check it. Set a timer. I'm going to give myself 10 minutes to catch up on whatever's going on today, because for some people that's really important, and for others it's not. If you could set some strong boundaries as to maybe I'm only going to use this to post for work, and other than that, I might not even have the app on my phone. I'm only going to do it from a computer when I'm sitting down to do work, whatever that is. Because especially in a time like right now, you have no idea how many minutes can go by without you even knowing, because you're just scrolling. And in the meantime, your kids are just, they're wondering where you are, because we totally tune out, and those minutes go by like that. And our brains are wired to chemically reward us every time a new scroll happens, every time a new image pops up for us, and it's new, and we are getting it. Every time that happens, our brains get chemically rewarded every time. And so that's how we can become addicted to social media. That's how we can become so engulfed in it, so that time just goes by in an instant. Okay? And I understand that some people, that's how they relax, is that, I need to go sit down on Instagram for just 20 minutes, whatever. But the thing is that depending on what you do for work, if you sit down, you look at a computer screen all day, and we're only doing work at a desk, and then when we go home, we need to expand. We have been cluttered up right here. We've been sitting in a chair. We've been constricted. We've been tight, tense all day long. And so when we go home, then we go and sit down on Instagram more. That is the opposite of what we need. We need to get outside. We need to look out in the distance. We need to get vitamin D on our face. Like, we need to get out and expand. So sometimes what we think we need is really counterintuitive. So this is my disclaimer in the sense of social media. I think you need to put harsh boundaries around it. And if you're on it, the time that you spend on it, make sure that that time is enjoyable time. And that when you walk away from it, you're not more frustrated, you're not more angry, you're not depleted, you're not depressed, you're not annoyed, any of those things, okay? Social media, catching up with family, what friends are doing, so-and-so's on a trip, I'm so happy for so-and-so, oh, it was so-and-so's birthday, look at this cute thing, oh my gosh, this is a super funny meme. You know what, if we go on social media to laugh, laughing is terrific. Laughing and feeling enlightened and bright and vibrant, those are great things, okay? That's not what a lot of us use social media for. I'm just saying, okay? So we need to cleanse all those things, and I want you to really track how much time are you really spending, because we spend way more time than we think. You know what, there's so many people out there, oh, like, I'm not addicted to social media, or I don't have a problem with that, or anything. We don't even realize. We don't realize because we get so consumed when we're on it that time goes by and we don't even know. So I want you to start being conscious. I want you to start bringing awareness. I want you to just start paying attention, okay? Just start focusing on, okay, I'm getting on Facebook right now, or I'm getting on Instagram right now, or I'm getting on TikTok right now. And I'm just going to look at the clock, and then when I'm done, I'm going to look at the clock again, and I want to know how much time I spent on here. And now I'm going to assess, and I'm going to be conscious of how I'm feeling. Am I feeling better? Am I feeling energized? Am I feeling empowered? Or am I feeling the opposite? Okay, we need to just pay attention to what this is doing to our lives. Okay, so that is my plug on social media, and that is my plug on getting those things, cleansing the media, cleansing the distractions out of your life. Okay, that's section 1. Moving on to section 2, people. Okay, we are going to be removing toxic people from our life. And when I mean toxic, I mean this person does not add anything to your life. They don't care about you. They don't ask about you. They talk to you just so that they have someone to talk to about themselves. Right now, this situation that we're going through with what's going on in our world, who has not reached out to you to say, how are you doing with your family? This person, okay, there's like a special word for them, and it's a narcissist. Okay, and the thing is that I want you to really pay attention when you're hanging out with people. Who of these people only talk about themselves? Who calls you and instantly just starts talking about only themselves? Okay, and who calls you and say, how are you? And it's not just this candid, oh, hey, how are you? And then they go off about themselves. But what's going on with you? I remember you had this thing. What's happening for you? And they actually genuinely care about who you are, what you're doing, okay? And they either add insight, they add energy, they add compassion, they add caring, they add understanding, they add empathy. They add something, okay? You need to be around people who add something to your life. And I really encourage you to find people to get around that you think are better than you. They have better habits than you. They have a better lifestyle than you do. They have, you know, and it's not about keeping up with the Joneses. It's about seeing something in someone else that you think you can achieve too. It is like, when I think about who those people are for me, it is people who eat really healthy and exercise every single day. You know, even my wife is one of those. She helps me on that path. But somebody who, they actually hold their kids accountable for eating healthy too, even though it's really hard. You know what? Kids don't enjoy eating healthy, and we don't make our kids eat healthy. But when I get around, like, there's this very specific family that I'm thinking of, and when we're around them, and, you know, like, everybody's pulling snacks out of their bags for their kids, like, she's got, like, carrot sticks, and cucumbers, and celery, and, like, no ranch dip. And she doesn't have to coax her kids into eating it. Her kids like eating that way because that's how they've always eaten. And just like, that's something that I aspire to be. And by being around her, it helps me because I can be like, it's not like, oh, well, when we camp or when we have stuff going on, this is just what everybody does. Like, this is so hard and I can't. It's like, wow, like, look at her. Like, she can do that. And if she can do that, I can do that. You need to have friends like that in your life. And whatever you're striving towards, whoever you want to become, find someone that you can role model and try to hang out with that person. And to be honest, even if you hang out with that person, like even if that person is like Rachel freaking Hollis or something, like I don't know, if there, that's why Instagram even is, it can be so powerful and it can make you feel better about yourself. It can provide access to those people and their lifestyles if you use it the right way. And that's why I don't recommend like no social media. I want you to have boundaries on it so that, you know what, maybe you don't have access to any of those people right now. Maybe there's a great artist or somebody out there. Like, I don't know. Everybody has something different. But try to get yourself around those people, and you need to weed out the ones that are only concerned about themselves. They only talk to you to say what's going on for them. You're always the one making them feel better. You're always the one lifting them up. And I warn you, are you only hanging around people that are beneath you so that you feel better about yourself? I've done it. I know we all have done it. We have done this because, you know what, when you hang out with so-and-so, when you go home feeling better about yourself, not because that person lifted you up, but because that person is so low that you feel good about where you are in your life. And that is just the definition of living a comfortable life. Living a life that is, well, I'm feeling good right now in this situation because I had toast for supper, which makes us all feel really good neurologically. I scrolled on Instagram. That makes us all feel really good neurologically. And I'm better than that person over there. That makes us feel good neurologically. Because when we compare ourselves to other people that are beneath us, that makes us feel good. But in the long term, that takes away from our life. Okay? We got to play the long game, the infinite game. We want to be the best people we can be. We want to be the healthiest. We want to be the most compassionate, the kindest, the most caring. And if we're going to do that, we have to think long term. We have to make choices that are going to serve us in the long term, not serve us right now. So I hope that helps you. I hope that makes sense. This is day 2 of the Fresh Start Challenge. And please do this day by day as you go, because if you wait until the end, if you wait until the 7th day and then you're going to go back and catch up, guess what? You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. So please, today, unsubscribe your followers, clean up your social media, go through the worksheets. Okay, if you haven't gotten the worksheets, get the worksheets. I should put a link in the comments for these worksheets for anybody who doesn't have them. Okay, please assess how you feel after you've been on social media. Assess your friendships. Assess who you're hanging out with. I understand you can't pick your family, but you can pick how much time you spend with them, and you can pick what part of their perception you are going to consciously reject. Because we're subconsciously accepting everything that we do not challenge out loud. We are subconsciously accepting and we're believing as truth because our brain can't decipher the difference. Okay? You can't pick your family, but you can pick what perceptions they allow in. You can pick how much time you allow yourself to spend with them. And you can pick your coworkers. You can pick your boss. You can pick your place of employment. All right? So with that being said, I hope you guys crush it. Day 2 of the Fresh Start. This is an immense opportunity where we have this brand new environment that we're coping with, and that is going to open us up to all kinds of new possibilities of instilling new habits, starting new routines, and we want to make sure all of those are really healthy. And this program is totally free, so please share this with someone you love. Share it with somebody who you think is going to benefit from it. We are all going through something incredibly difficult right now, and everybody could use just a little extra inspiration, even if this is just crazy and you don't even like it. If you share this with someone and say, I'm thinking about you, this may help, that shows someone that you care about them. So the point that I'm trying to get across is, do not assume and do not underestimate how big of an impact this could have on someone, and do not underestimate how huge it is for someone to be asked, how are you doing? Okay? Just those 3 words. How are you doing? It's more than 3 words. Okay? Because people need to know. People need to know that someone out there cares about them and that they are not alone. Okay? So please make sure you're asking your friends, your family, the people you care about the most. Let them know that you are there for them. And even though if you feel like you are stretched beyond capacities, just let them know that you care. Okay? Because lending our ear is sometimes more important than lending a physical hand. So, with that being said, I will see you guys all tomorrow for day 3 of the Fresh Start Challenge. And stay safe, stay healthy, and make sure you get up every day at a set specific time. Get out of bed, take a shower, get out of the house, even if it's just to go for a walk, have some place to go, get outside. Do not allow yourself to spiral downhill on social media and let this overrun your life. See you tomorrow.